Motion.
Moving second. All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Opposed or abstaining, motion carries. Call public session to order. Please stand for the statement of pledge of allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, you wanna do it then?
Okay, it is my privilege tonight to welcome to the board as the student board liaison, Benjamin Moore. Benjamin is an honor student at Niagara Wheatfield. He attends the O.N. BOCES Technical Center for Computer Technology, correct, Ben? He participated in Skills USA competition for BOCES this year. I know we had a lot of our students who did really well with that, so good for you. Came with a glowing recommendation as to the qualities he possesses that will make him an effective Board of Education liaison. One of the attributes that was stressed was how hard he works. He's also a member of the NW track and field team. So, Ben, I just want to welcome you to this group. This will be your first of many meetings where we look forward to your reports and student reports in the future. Maybe we can go around the room, starting over here with Mike, and introduce ourselves.
Steve Sabo, welcome.
Dan Malovich.
Bob McDermott.
Tom Stack. Nelson Davis. Bernie Mick. Nice to meet you all.
Welcome.
Welcome. All right, I'll call for a motion to accept the consensus agenda items as submitted. It's moved and seconded. Anything to discuss on those? All right, then all those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Opposed or abstaining, motion carries. I call for a motion to accept the personnel report as submitted.
Make a motion.
I'll second it. We'll separate items 5, 14, and 23. Anything else to separate or discuss? All right, all those in favor of accepting items 1 through 4, 6 through 13, 15 to 22, and 24 to, oops, selected the entire list. 50, please say aye. Aye. Opposed or abstaining? Those carry. Item number 5.
Mr. Hazel.
It was only about
18.
I have a timer on right now.
Can you take it from next week's budget proposal?
No. You can't transfer funds over past the,
Is that big print?
It is very long. To paraphrase our mission, Niagara Wheatfield will service diverse communities, empowers learners to attain the necessary knowledge, skills, and perseverance in a safe and supportive environment so that they become productive and responsible individuals. I share that because working for that mission requires an all-hands effort on the part of a large team with folks whose professional attributes span the spectrum of talent. Attend any committee meeting, any work session, and you'll see people at the table discussing issues, working on solutions, all the while asking, how does this help our kids? One of the people at our Niagara table is Jessica Smith. Jess joined us on August 29th of 2017. Her first day was also the first superintendent's day of that year, which I did not tell her when we hired her. You want to talk about jumping into the deep end. Over the past 6 years, Jessica has demonstrated the capability to work with, at times, limited resources. At times. She's provided data to make the case for sustainable tech purchasing plans, and she's demonstrated an ever-increasing set of leadership skills through a number of successfully managed district tech projects. Through her technical expertise, her collaborative project management style, and a focus on sustainability when it comes to long-term planning, Jessica's ensured that the decisions that we make that are relative to district technology have been good for kids. Jessica's grown in her role here at Niagara Wheatfield to become an essential member of our district-wide team, contributing the type of work product and planning, doing and thinking that moves organizations in the direction of their mission. Niagara Wheatfield is fortunate to have Jessica on board at the table and on our team. So thank you for recognizing her hard work and the value to our department, to our school district, and to our kids.
All those in favor then of accepting Jessica as the position of, and I just closed my screen, so don't mind me, the title. Deputy Director of Technology and Information Services, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed or abstaining, motion carries. Congratulations.
Right.
Mr. Hazel, you said she's gonna transition us over to an Apple district, right? Mr. Stack?
Ne- Yep.
And I'd like to call up Mackenzie Ward. Come on up.
So it's an honor tonight to introduce Mackenzie Ward to you, who's a candidate for the middle school counseling position here at Evertown. And I'd like the board to understand a couple of important factoids about her. It was a pleasure meeting with her the other day, and I learned that she is a Rochester, New York native, but she loves Buffalo sports. Do you like New York? It's a better one, right? You still do. Okay. And she's very familiar with Buffalo. She her undergrad was studied at the University of Buffalo. She has a very, very large contingent of family in the area. And she'll be relocating to Buffalo with her boyfriend, who's in law school at the University of Buffalo. And I think he's third year. Is that correct? In his third year. So she wanted to be a little bit closer to his schooling for the final year, and they want to make a home here at Niagara Wheatfield. And she really enjoys traveling, hiking, spending time, of course, with her dogs and her family. And she's very, very excited to join us here at Niagara Wheatfield and is coming to us with some great experiences at Honeywell. So we want to welcome you to the district, and I ask the board to consider her the appointment this evening.
All those in favor of accepting the appointment of Mackenzie Ward as a probationary 1.0 FTE guidance counselor at Edwardtown Middle School, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed or abstaining, motion carries. Welcome to the Falcon family.
Next, I have Lisa Bennett here this evening. So, Lisa is joining us this evening. We're asking for the board to consider her appointment as a middle school science teacher. And she's coming to us with some really, really awesome experience from Holly Middle School and high school. Past 13 years. She's taught again in a district that size. She's really worked to assert herself there, part of the school culture, primarily teaching science and environmental science, among many other things over the years. There, she was part of the district's equity team, SEL team, transition programming, as well as past summer school curriculum projects. So she's bringing a lot of that experience to Niagara Wheatfield. Also, she served as an advisor for the Academic Challenge. This is a really neat concept when I heard about this. And it's almost like a trivia competition, right? Is that, get that right? She is thoroughly planned cross-curricular activities and several competitions in the area for students to compete in. Aside from just those field trips, she's very, very excited to be joining us here at Evertown. We're certainly excited to bring her on to what we think is a fantastic department at the middle school. And we really ask the board just consider her this evening for the appointment of a science teacher at Evertown.
All those in favor then of accepting the appointment of Lisa Jubinis as a probationary 1.0 FTE science teacher at Evertown Middle School, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed or abstaining, motion carries. Congratulations and welcome to Falcon family. All right, Capital Project Committee.
There's no change from our last meeting, though. Our next meeting is July 12th, which we're going to review what they came up with in regards to what the depth of the project is. But And we'll know a lot more after July 12th.
Okay. Braden, ex officio student members report. Gotta talk loud.
Pretty much done for the year. We have graduation tomorrow. We have our student parade on Saturday. Exams on tomorrow, I believe. And that's it. I just want to thank everybody for this opportunity. It's been an honor and a pleasure serving on the board. It's been great getting to know all of you. So thank you for making my time.
Which one? Yes. All right, superintendent's report.
Thank you. First, just a hiring update for Mr. Stack.
Doesn't see the one.
No, don't worry about that.
Okay, yeah, so, a couple hiring updates for the board. Certainly, it's been busy, as you can see by the personnel agenda items that were in, this evening's, agenda. Certainly been a busy few weeks. That will continue. We are doing very well with hiring on professional staff, which is our teaching staff, and administrative. We do have a few teachers that will be coming up for appointments on, July 12th. And those will be, mostly long-term sub-appointments for the next school year, as well as one special education appointment that will be a grant funding position. We really are turning our attention in the next 2 weeks to our SRP appointments, in particular being very aggressive in, retention on bus drivers, as well as, recruitment of bus drivers and attendants. So that will be our focus on that. And, we will have some SRP, reshuffling for certain positions such as PCAs and aides. In addition to certainly the appointments coming for, the monitor or for the cleaner and, bus attendant positions that are combo positions. So that's kind of a look at the next few weeks of work in the personnel office. So it's a very busy time of the year, but certainly exciting at the same time. Thank you.
Next, we have, thank you, Maureen. Maureen put together a draft calendar for board dates. Normally, they're selected at the reorganization meeting. The whole board is, the same board's
Same.
turning over, so you could certainly, act on that before if you wanted to. There's 4 members here tonight, so that's up to you. So you understand, the one thing that's highlighted is May 22nd. And Maureen, if I understand that correctly, that the 21st is the budget vote next year? Okay, yes. So May 1st is more than 14 days before, which is what we need for that hearing. So that's why there's that gap there. And the other date maybe to talk about would be the up at the top, that August 2nd date. If you wanted that to be the last week in July versus the first week in August, that's certainly up to you.
Yeah, I would like that August 2nd date to be the last week in July, just because I'm away that week, the first week of August.
So make that the July, is that what it is? 26th?
When you're talking about?
Up at the top here, August 2nd.
Oh,
What is it? I'm sorry.
July 26th.
Yes, July 26th.
So July 26th. Does that work for everyone?
Yep.
Okay.
Is the 23rd too late for anything that we need to do? Is there has to be, do we have to meet like a week earlier for anything? Like,
Hold on, August,
I just mean, is there any, I know that's usually there's
August
something. at the-
23rd is a Wednesday. Tom, not that I can think of. So the question, and I think Steve, what you're referring to is sometimes there's ads. The week after is really when we start.
Okay.
The 24th and 25th would be if there's any changeover in teachers,
Okay.
is when we do the new teacher orientation. So I think we should be okay.
Okay.
Now, if there's concerns because of athletics starting or that sort of thing, and that would be a reason to move it back a week, we could certainly do it for that reason. Because it gets a little busy and then you have parent meetings and that sort of thing.
Mhm.
Um,
Could we make sure that the athletics gets a copy of this calendar so that they do not schedule like every parent meeting on a Wednesday night?
well, here's what we did. We matched up and we will go back and do it now, once this is approved. We tried to stay off of board meeting nights, what we anticipated is the board meeting nights.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay. Do we want to just bring this to the next meeting then to have the members that are not here just?
Yeah, I think so. Just
All
to
right.
give them an opportunity.
so
Yeah, you can email it and just
Yeah.
make sure they make that change for the August date.
very good. Thank you.
There are two more.
I wanted to just thank publicly, Mrs. Bloom, Mrs. Reader for the last board meeting prior to that board meeting on June 7th for, the work that they did to set up with their students. We had the jazz band playing, we had an art show in the hallway. It was really well done. It was just a really nice pre-meeting evening for us, I know, so I wanted to thank both of them. An update on athletics. Our school received the State School of Excellence Award. That means that 75% of student athletes received a 90% average or better, okay? We also received the Supremacy Award, which was actually the second year in a row that our district received the Supremacy Award. You might remember about maybe 4 years ago, I think it was our first year winning it. We had never won it prior to that. As a matter of fact, only one other school besides Lockport had won it prior to that. So that was certainly an exciting award. And John Coulter, who's been a longtime coach in the district, received the Sportsmanship Coach of the Year award. So congratulations to him, well deserved. Braden talked a little about the parade, heard it went really well. For those that don't know, graduation ceremony is tomorrow night. Graduation is out back on the turf. The doors open at 5:30. The ceremony begins at 7 PM. So we're looking forward to a beautiful night tomorrow night. Bob already mentioned the capital project meeting, which is on July 12th. And just a reminder about the reorg meeting, which is on July 12th. So, and I'll send something out about that meeting, but remember, we come a little bit earlier that day. Usually starts at 6 o'clock.
Okay.
Okay.
Yep.
That's it for me.
Any questions, Superintendent report? Remember, he's providing lunch for everyone on next week on Wednesday, was it?
When is that?
He's buying us all lunch for the board. You got an email today.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Oh, is it July?
In July,
I thought it was
in
actually-
July.
July 26th.
That invite came from Allison, by the way,
Thanks, Al.
who secured another grant actually for that, which is very cool.
Excellent.
Thank you.
Just one thing under the president's report. If you'll notice, you're gonna get some communications from NISBA right now because NISBA is in Buffalo. And there's a few events going on. Like the latest one was Young and Right invited us all to their little soiree. So start thinking about going to that. We don't have to worry about hotels, so I'm not too rushed on that piece. But we can just drive down there. But if you want to go, let's make sure we're able to get everyone registered and get into as many things as possible there. All right, going right along. Any items for board discussion? All right, old business. One of the things that we were talking about is the volunteer firefighters and first responders tax exemption. The following timeline is necessary for those items to go on without us having to do the whole back, like the refund and everything. Yeah. So what we'll do is we'll be having a public hearing for it in November of 2023. we'll approve the resolution in that same meeting, and then we'll be submitting it to Niagara County in December in 2023 to hit the tax rolls, what, January or February for them? Yeah. The one thing we'll have to decide upon is the amount that we set, and I think we said last meeting, we're all set with going to that 10%. You know, so is that, everyone still good with that? We'll have official, but I mean, just doing the preparation for Allison, I just want her to know, you know, what our mindset is for that. So there's that piece. The one thing that we do not have yet is the actual number of volunteers for each fire company that live within the school district. So that is the one thing that's holding us up and getting more detailed information and moving that part along. So one of the things I'm gonna do, Mike Kislak has been in contact with Dan and I about this for past couple months. I'm gonna reach out to him and just say, hey, this is the one thing that you're gonna need to look for, and please let your other chiefs know from your other fire companies that we need to know this breakdown for that, and it'll be coming from the county tax collector or county, is that who it's coming from? Yeah. Okay. So I will, I'll CC you on that
Great.
with that communication piece. All right. Any other old business? Any new business? Any public comments? Jeff? Yeah, like it's let you talk. All right. Board member comments?
Brandon, I thank you for being on our board. You did an excellent job this year. You made the bar go a little higher, so the next thing.
Benji,
Ben.
Ben.
Ben has, Ben has a little bar to reach now, because you did an excellent job this year. Commend you for it.
And Ben, just like, he forgets our names, so just get used to it. It's just,
I'll get it. He's,
that's it, to piggyback on that, Braden, thank you for everything this year. It was, very detailed reports, it made almost, I think, every single meeting, it was great, and, I think as an official student members, and just talking to some of the board members, you bonded the best with the board, and really, we saw you carry yourself professionally as a young adult in there. We commend you for that. So, and Ben, congratulations and welcome aboard, and, you'll get some big shoes to fill. So, just what'll happen, Julie is our liaison with the board, or she's not here tonight. You'll get your number for her, and she'll text you like on your updates and anything else you need to know. So.
congratulations to everyone on a completed school year.
We- Our graduation's tomorrow. Let's wait till after that.
Right.
Okay,
Yes.
all right. Anyone else? All right, then, I'll call for a motion to adjourn.
I'll make the motion.
I'll second that.